Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
I'm Shane.
We're back with Clone Wars Season 6, Episode 6. Do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, we're dealing with the most interesting stuff in the universe.
Espionage?
Yeah, Anakin and Clovis. I love Anakin, but, you know, he was being a little jealous. I would be too, but I think I'd try to be cooler about it.
Yeah.
You know, he also has to trust Padme. That's part of it, right? And we also, the banking clan, it looks like they're out of money.
Banks, vaults bone dry. It reminds me of some other...
Like the Iron Bank, didn't it? Or like the Lannisters.
The Lannisters ran out of money.
They were running out of money,
I think the Iron Bank had money.
Yeah, the mines are running dry.
Yeah.
They were exploiting. You know, they had to work with Clovis to find that out. Her handmaiden, a very sexy girl, you know. She got killed by Imbo. Like an Imbo left her there.
And you find out that Imbo was hired by Palpatine when they finally make the escape at the end.
Yeah, and we talked about him, you know, just Palpatine, he has to still machinate things because it's always in motion.
Yeah, because we were talking about how, what if Anakin just died? And it's like, well, I mean, he would have thought he was unworthy, but you mentioned that accidents just fucking happen.
Yeah, that's
and especially when you're creating a situation where more accidents can happen.
Yeah, so it's just like, I think you can make a good argument, even within the canon, that Jedi don't normally die by accident. Like, they can sense danger almost always, and the more powerful a Jedi is, like, the more often they sense, and the better they sense danger.
And true enough, and you could say that, well, it's all preparing him, you know, making him stronger, but at the same time, it's just, you got to think of how sure they are with the ships, how they are mechanically sound.
I think that's what I'm always thinking about. Like, what if fucking
thruster just falls off and they can't fucking fly straight and they get shot?
Because in this world, the way planes go down and accidents happen.
I know, but it seems like with Star Wars, they only go down if they're shot down.
But just like...
Except for an Andor, when that fucking ship crashes on his planet. Remember, and they go to explore the wreckage?
Oh, you're right.
But I can't remember how that happened.
But yeah, there was some they weren't shot down, but there was some gas, there's some biolog, there's some.
It's like the only time it's happened.
Yeah.
Every other fucking time they're flying around. They only go down if they're shot down.
Yeah, but they were. I'm pretty sure they weren't shot down, but I think everyone on board was knocked out or something or dead, right?
The gas or whatever it was poisoned them and killed them, or the fuel or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then they came. I can't remember her name. Maeve? No, it's not Maeve. That's from Westworld.
Yeah.
It's not Maud. It's something like that, though.
Yeah. It's like this one syllable word that starts with an M.
Yeah. So, but she and...
took pity upon
the dude.
Yeah.
Her old boy, her old man.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck. But they show up there, and she takes pity on him. Because Cassian's there, and they take him with them.
Anyways, guys, before we jump in, if you want to support us, just check us out on Patreon. We have the next 4 episodes on there. We also have full-length uncut reactions.
Let's jump in.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And you know, I don't think I've seen these episodes except the last couple, so it's kind of cool.
The Jedi Anakin Skywalker should never have been allowed to leave with the Senator in tow. Any future disruptions will be placed upon your shoulders next time.
As you wish.
We have confirmed that Rush Clovis was on the Jedi ship.
We must remain calm. Only way they could find our secret accounts is if one of us told them.
I want it noted that you and you alone allowed this to happen, and that it has put us all at risk.
I just don't like the music.
Yep, me either.
You're late. What news?
Clovis, the Senator and the Jedi are on their way.
Good. Then we can continue to the next stage of the proceedings.
And what about me?
You will be protected, I can assure you.
It kind of makes sense you'd have a relationship with, because Plagueis was high up within their hierarchy. Yeah. I'm sure that was an awkward trip.
We weren't expecting such a formal welcome, Master.
Adventures have you had on Scipio?
Have you met Rush Clovis?
Much distrust is focused upon you.
He just basically said, we don't trust your ass, like in the Yoda way of saying.
Off, you must fuck.
I believe the ones responsible should be ousted from control before the entire banking infrastructure collapses.
Oh, and I suppose you're the man to do it.
I only want the banking clan to be what it once was. These files show that huge funds have been diverted out of the banks and into what I believe are private accounts.
I was the one who downloaded the files from the Mune secure mainframe. I believe that what Clovis is saying is correct.
I would like you to spearhead this investigation. Work closely with Rush Clovis and find and expose these secret accounts. Once we know exactly what we are dealing with, then we can decide how best to handle this situation.
I don't want you working with Clovis.
You don't want me working with him? Well, you're just going to have to trust my judgment here.
Like the last time, When you almost ended up dead? As your husband, I demand that you tell the Chancellor you are stepping down.
If you can't trust me...
Excuse the interruption. Shall we begin?
Yes, of course.
It's an intense stare.
Yes, it is.
See a little nuance, like, yeah. See, at this point, the secret would kind of eat me up a little bit.
Yeah.
Time for you once again to recruit our friend Clovis. He appears to have lost his way.
And how would you like me to do that?
We're going to help him take over the banking clan. But first, you must entrap him, so he has no one else to turn to.
As you wish.
Like smiling at him.
Imagine Christopher Lee with a smirk.
Yeah.
Master Yoda feels that your judgments concerning Rush Clovis are clouded.
He almost got Senator Amidala killed, and I would have been responsible.
The Senator has risked her life many times. She's quite capable of taking care of herself.
They had a relationship.
Anakin, I understand to a degree what is going on. You've met Satine. You know I once harbored feelings for her. As a Jedi, it is essential you make the right choice, Anakin. For the Order.
I understand my responsibilities.
Responsibilities that must be observed whatever relationship develops between Clovis and Senator Amidala.
They have no relationship. It is simply business between them.
Then we should have no problems, should we?
Wants to tell him. Should have told him there. But then we wouldn't have 3 great movies we have after this. Or the 4 great movies, I should say. One of my favorite things is actually seeing Anakin's room.
If you look here, the Separatists haven't been repaying any interest on it.
Yeah, okay.
But still the banking clan is promising to lend credits to the Republic. Each of the files that you downloaded shows hundreds and hundreds of small withdrawals. A devastating theft. Whatever we find must remain between only you and I. This would be highly dangerous information should it get into the wrong hands.
This reminds me, when we had 3 nights to prepare for the Senate hearing to rescue Bromlark's planetary aqueduct system.
And together we saved a people from total drought and famine. I don't think either of us got any sleep that whole week.
We're not as young as we used to be.
We're not that old either.
You might be right. Perhaps we should eat something. So, Clovis, why have you gotten so involved with the mutants?
Kick it back.
I believe in the banks.
You know, you've never told me how you rose to such heights within the banking clan.
It's not a happy story.
Who do you have to sleep with?
My father was a personal attaché to the household of one of the head Mune families. We were basically servants.
I had no idea.
The head of the family took a personal interest in my education. I was the same age as his children, and so we all studied together. When my parents and his wife were killed in a shuttle accident, he adopted me.
How old were you?
12.
That must have been very hard.
I was accepted as their child everywhere we went. I almost forgot where I was from.
That's a very cool backstory.
They sound like good people.
I want to thank you for everything you've done for me. I don't think I would have had the strength alone.
Clovis, don't.
It's that Jedi, isn't it?
General Skywalker? We're friends. Nothing more.
Friends don't argue the way I saw you arguing today. Isn't it forbidden for a Jedi to have romantic ties? He would be banished from the Order, would he not?
There is nothing romantic between he and I.
Then there is absolutely nothing to stop us from doing this.
Clovis! Clovis, no!
Get away from her!
Shit!
Would you try fighting like a man without your Jedi tricks? Oh, it would be my pleasure.
I can't believe he's just entertaining him. He's just beating this man, this banker. You're beating a banker.
I don't know any
I
bankers.
beat a banker in basketball.
You said he didn't have feelings for you.
I see you for what you truly are.
This is epic as the fight in Revenge of the Sith.
You should accept that the Senator has other interests than you.
Skywalker, you fool.
Emily, stop! What are you doing?
Sorry. Senator Amidala.
He beat the shit out of him. That was not good.
No. Come in immediately.
What has happened here?
There was an attack. It was my good fortune to have General Skywalker here. They escaped in a speeder over the balcony.
Is that what happened, sir? If that's what the man says.
Alright, well,
Everyone in that room, all those three men want her.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
fucking
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Stay away from me.
Yeah.
He lost his shit.
I know what he definitely thought he saw. But, like, you gotta try to play it cooler than that, man.
How is he?
Nothing that won't heal.
I'm so sorry, Padme. I don't know what came over me.
What's done is done.
All remedy should be without regard.
And you must know I don't care for Clovis. You could have killed him, Anakin.
I know.
This marriage is not a marriage, Anakin. We said at the beginning that this could be a terrible mistake.
What exactly are you saying?
That other people who are married have everything that we don't. Our relationship is built on lies and deception. No relationship can survive that.
I know I went too far. It's just something inside me snapped.
I don't know who's in there sometimes. I just know that I'm not happy anymore. I don't feel safe. I think it's best if we don't see each other anymore. At least not for a while. I'm sorry, Anakin.
I'm sorry too.
Yeah, you gotta walk away after that.
Someone wants to speak with you. I am a servant of Count Dooku.
I
told you not to say that.
I know the Separatists have not been repaying their loans to the banks.
Now, why would we support corruption?
You expect me to believe that Lessa and his associates have no ties with you? They've allowed you to borrow credits and not pay any interest.
What you say is correct. But that information, if made public, will only bring war to Scipio, and the banks will fall. So in the interests of all, I suggest we come to some arrangement.
What do you say?
That the banks need new management, and that it could be you.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were afraid.
I prefer the term careful. These are delicate matters. I can give you the location of the secret accounts you are searching for, so you can plead your case to the Senate.
What do you get out of this?
Stability in unstable times.
It's like even the Republic and the Separatists don't want the banks to fall.
The Mune government has seized the accounts and arrested the heads of the banking clan.
It appears that the Separatist government has agreed to allow you to be the new head of the banks.
And the Republic?
I can only give you my endorsement.
Now all that stands in your way is the Senate.
You see that as basically like a wooden movie with the CGI and shit.
Yeah.
Rush Clovis will now address the...
It looked a lot better than Andor. It's been 20 years. But if you squint, man, it really looks like it.
I come to you today with irrefutable evidence that the heads of the banking clan have been stealing funds and have virtually bankrupted the system. That it is the actions of only these unscrupulous few who are responsible. I humbly ask you for your nomination in taking over the banks. What can you do? I will restore order.
He also has the full support of the Mune people.
And what of the Chancellor?
I believe that in these dangerous times, the bank must be protected at all costs, and that a man who has no allegiance to either side and the support of the Mune people is our best hope.
Then we shall put it to a vote.
Bail.
Jimmy Schmitz.
A resounding majority in support of the nomination.
My boy, I can tell this has been a difficult time. I've known you too long not to see something is troubling you.
You have made a mistake by trusting Clovis.
Have I? Rest assured, my public endorsement of Clovis is not the same as my private confidence in him.
Then what exactly is going on here?
I don't dispute your distrust of him. I think there is something we haven't unearthed yet, and I would very much like for it to surface.
But people have been hurt. Could be hurt in the process.
Let us make sure that doesn't happen, shall we?
I'm really liking these episodes, actually.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, it's
built up. I mean, he just fucking thrashed Clovis.
Yeah, you know, and I kind of like want him to, but like it was the wrong play.
It was pretty strong.
Yeah.
Pretty ham-fisted.
If you could just punched him in the face once, get out of here, boy. You know,
fucking throwing him around.
Throw him around.
Full Vader mode.
Yeah, I just say, well, you fight like a man. He's a gladly. He throws the saber down, and he's using fucking taekwondo him. You know, what I mean? It was one of those things to where we know they have an incredible bond, Anakin and Padme. But like when things that are about to happen, you always think about, well, this all started based on a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I've done this in my relationships, maybe when I even shouldn't have. Like it's not, you know, relationships don't have to be built. Lie, you know, they start here and they just go forward.
I am aware of the effect I have on women.
They don't go up. You know what I mean? And it's how you look at it, right? Like you move forward. You don't build on top of badness, right?
Well, I think what it ends up being is just like I don't know, for some people anyway. I mean, especially lies don't always sit well with some people. And the more people get to lie too.
Yeah, but it's
the less honest you can be.
But it's like the nature of the lie. Like we're not allowed to be with each other because of some stupid rule. We love each other, and you know, there's nothing more powerful than that feeling when you feel it. You know what I mean? When you're young.
No, so, yeah, but
it's like what if this is what we're supposed to be? What if we're supposed to feel this? And what if we're supposed to be together? You know, and Anakin's probably saying shit like, you know, what some people do, like God brought us together, the Force brought us together. You know what I mean? And they might believe that. You know,
it's just the ignorance of youth, though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You get older, and you're like, no, no. Then you're that parent trying to tell your kid, you know, no, it's not like that at all. But they're not going to listen to you because they're feeling it.
Yeah,
they're overcome.
There's nothing more real than what they're feeling.
They're overcome with the feeling of truth that they're experiencing.
Yeah.
And then when you get older, you're like, no.
Yeah.
No, that ain't the case.
I
hate to really shit on, you know, the parade, but
yeah,
no.
Like that lovey-dovey stuff won't last. It
doesn't last. It's got to be. You got to kind of every once in a while rekindle a little bit and throw a little bit in there, a little spice. Kind of remind them, and like, oh yeah, and like get the euphoria going and the fucking nostalgia, and then then it all burns out again. And you got to keep redoing that shit. You know?
Well, like it's got to be like the commitment. You know, it's got to be a partnership, and like you know, we can have fun with each other, but can we like and raise a family? Can we can pay bills together? So I want to get to that out of the way real quick. I've read the Darth Plagueis book once, and I've skimmed through it also. I'm pretty sure something to do with Palpatine's connection to his biological family, or maybe it was a connection with his his master. Something Damask was his name, his real name. And there's some type of shuttle accident, and then Clovis said something about, hey, like the family that I grew up with, they had a shuttle accident. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like the wife and...
So I wondered if the same thing is that he was tied to Plagueis.
Well, Filoni might because, you know, they might try to make little strings so people can make those own connections. They might make it enough to where they can...
But they haven't established any relationship between Palpatine and Clovis.
No, not
and
at all.
Also, obviously, Palpatine is much older.
Yeah, but like, what if it was Plagueis' family?
That's what I'm saying.
And but Palpatine, well, it could have been Plagueis' family that I'm remembering.
Oh, you mean like he killed? Well, no, because after his family died,
because it would have still happened.
This Mun was there for Clovis.
Yeah.
So the Mun was still alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna be able to think of it. I just can't remember. It's just a shuttle accident just stood out to me for some reason. Either way, Clovis had a kind of a cool story. Like you're raised really humbly, but then you get picked up on by your masters, and they take you as their own. And it's kind of like the cool story of a servant in the Bible who impresses his master. So you get your own servants, and I can imagine a type of thing happening during any kind of human bond. What's that?
Was that a parable?
It might have been, but it could easily be a true story too. I think you know what I mean? I feel like it could. I mean, I just feel like somebody that would have happened in bondage all the time. Like people you make friends with like the people that you own. Well, in his case, he was free, but they were like, you know, like without being owned, they were servants technically. You know. Yeah. How'd you feel about the conversation with Palpatine and Anakin?
Well, it's cool because he's kind of taking a fatherly role over his troubles. It's like, I know something's wrong. What's up?
Yeah, and Anakin felt he could trust him enough to say that I think you're wrong, and then he's like, no, listen, I agree with you. Like I trust his ability to do a good job, and not his character to, like, you know, as I trust you. Yeah. I liked a lot. They have, you know, I can completely understand why they wouldn't prioritize this arc originally, because they threw together season 5. It might be the best season besides the last one. You know, this has some cool stuff for sure. But
they're called season after this, or just the last season?
There's a season after this.
Okay, yeah. Season 7.
Yeah, season 6. They called it Clone Wars: The Lost Episodes. They didn't even label it as season 6, but it's technically season 6. But it's a bunch of
stuff they didn't really.
Stuff they didn't. They kind of just they had it. Some, as you've seen, is unfinished.
Wasn't prioritized.
But they threw it together. But you know, the last couple episodes are definitely pretty important. Yeah, I didn't think I'd care for this based on the first one, but when you watch the first with the second, it's pretty sweet. And there's going to be a third, obviously.
Yeah.
I think. At least I think.
I think it's cool. But it's cool how there's, the struggle between Anakin and Padme.
Yeah.
And kind of the rocky.
It's the most real I've seen them, probably.
Yeah. Not that Romeo Juliet shit. It's
I'm so in love with
you. Stage play crap. It's kind of okay. God,
yeah,
this sucks. I'm angry. You're an asshole, and maybe we should take some time off.
Yeah, and he's trying to say, "I forbid you to do this," and
but
it's also based off of something that he saw. But then she's like, "No, you gotta trust me." He walks in and he's trying to kiss her.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's pushing it, but she didn't shut him down hard enough to make him feel like I can't go for it again because it'll be too weird.
No, I agree.
He kept feeling like I can keep going for this, and
eventually I might succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he walked in at the wrong fucking time, didn't he?
Get away from her.
You're like, fucking... I wanted to see them do this, you know what I mean? Like Aiden does. But yeah, he whooped the shit out of him. I mean, in reality, honestly, probably would have whooped the shit out of him much more if they weren't trying to make it like a fight.
I don't know, because to me, it's like he's a fucking Jedi, and he's a Jedi Knight. He's a combat general.
Yeah.
So it tells me he's going to have all the experience. Of course, he's not always fighting hand and fist with droids, but he's had a lot of confrontations and a lot of training.
Yeah, he's supposed to be an expert.
Very hardened, and this fucker is a goddamn senator.
Yeah, he definitely kicked his ass, but it almost should have been like Anakin wouldn't have even received a meaningful hit.
I agree. They could have made the fight shorter.
Yeah,
his presence.
But it's almost like I wanted to beat the shit out of him. I didn't want, but when Padme was looking at him like a monster, I was like, oh, this isn't gonna be good. And I kind of get why she said what she said. It's kind of sad. You know, but we know that they are very much in love when we see Revenge of the Sith.
I'm not a woman. I'm not going to speak on behalf of women.
Yeah.
But I do know. Women. It's like you get married, let's say, at an early age, and then all of a sudden your wife's friends start all having babies.
Yeah.
That woman wants to have a baby.
I've seen it happen a lot.
Generally, not always, probably.
Not always, but it happens.
But they
get, what we're talking about.
They get the fever.
Yeah.
And then so it's kind of like that, or if you're in a relationship but you're not engaged or something, and then all your friends start getting married.
Mm-hmm.
And then your girlfriend's like, "Hey."
Yeah. No, I've seen
drop some hints.
Like I got a lot of friends they refuse to go to weddings with their girlfriends because they know it's going to come up and. Yeah. Yeah,
they want to tempt that fucking fate. But it's similar to. God, I'm tired. I don't remember where I was going with that.
But you talk about with Anakin and Padme. You're talking about their relationship.
Oh well, her because she was talking about.
We have things.
Other marriages have things that we don't and never will.
Yeah.
And it's like if you just wait out the fucking war.
Yeah.
You probably could.
That's the thing. Anakin at least in the old EU, it's very clear that him and Padme know we need to do this to save the Republic.
Yeah.
And Padme wants to do this. I want to do it. He feels. Anakin's the perfect Jedi during wartime.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Filoni actually called him the other day. Ahsoka was trained by one of the most perfect Jedi. He was trained by one of the greatest Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I wasn't sure if he would use those words, but coming from Dave, it's pretty meaningful to hear that. After the war, I think there'd be a good reason for Anakin maybe to step down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he is thinking about it a lot.
Yeah, and he can be a fucking mechanic.
Yeah.
He can just go.
He can do all kinds of shit, man. When he was Vader, he designed the TIE fighters and stuff. I guess
he can just go fucking.
He can make a lot of money. He could be he could be a bounty hunter too. He could do all kinds of stuff.
Well, he probably wouldn't want to do that kind of shit though.
Well,
he's probably a pod
that's looked at as
he could be a pod racer.
Dude, he'd make bank.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He just go back and be a pod racer and just be a fucking a sports icon.
I think about a professional athlete who can fucking do that stuff.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You can't compete with the alien species.
Yeah.
They all have the edge because of their instincts and shit like that.
Yeah.
Physiologically. But he could just get out there and whip some ass.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they disqualify him, though, or something, or if they give him,
That'd be shit, wouldn't it?
Or you can do this, but only be... with Legend of Korra. The pro bending, she can only compete if she restrained herself to one element.
Oh.
She could only use water. She couldn't fuck with the other elements.
What was her element again? What was her...
She's from the water tribe.
Oh, okay.
Originally. But she mastered water, earth, and fire fairly early, but it's air she had a lot of trouble with.
Yeah. But Tom and I just watched the Prison Break episode, part 2 of it.
Yeah, just an Avatar.
Yeah, just an Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, when they're trying to escape on that fucking thing...
That fight's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but I'm talking about when they're trying to escape on that thing out of the boiling rock.
Yeah.
Dude, what if that thing... They leave it open. It doesn't have the... Whatever it's called on the bottom of boats.
Oh!
That motherfucker could rotate.
What was it they were on?
They were in, basically those ice cooler capsules that they imprison people in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker could just rotate while you're in it.
Yeah.
And if you close it, they have this pipe So, like, you know, I know there's still a vacuum, but, like, dude, I'd just be fucking... I could not do that. The guy burns his hand and yells.
What? Isn't it flat on one side?
It didn't appear that way, but if it is, I'm wrong.
Maybe not. I don't remember. It's been so long since I watched it.
It was about the show...
They may not see any end in sight with the war.
Yeah.
And maybe that's put a lot of stress on them. They're stressful jobs.
Yeah, because he'll have to leave for weeks and months.
Yeah, they're stressful jobs, for one, because she's a fucking proactive senator.
Yeah.
And then he's a fucking general.
He's a general.
Wartime general, so they got a lot of shit going on, a lot of stress.
I think there's stuff in the EU about, like, the poster boy of the war. But after that, what am I? I'm just some poor monk. And she's rich and powerful, and what can I give her? Nothing. It's like, I think that's stuff he thinks about, too.
Well, yeah, but if he left the order, then...
Yeah, if he left the order, like, yeah, he can find something.
He'd probably work for Palpatine anyway. In their mind.
He probably thought...
If they're thinking about it and where Palpatine is not actually the Sith Lord.
Yeah, like he could be like a bodyguard. I'll make sure you get paid. You know? Yeah, I really liked it. Oddly enough, I like it a lot. I haven't seen these, so that kind of helps. So, anyways, we're out of here.